this life, I thought of my own. Would I take the whole world at the cost of my soul? I locked eyes with the devil as I drove away.
You're listening to We Patriot Radio, soon to be produced with the partnership of Reason Across America Radio, with a mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and teach the future generation the value of freedom created by the men and women who have served their country. Currently playing Brandon Hawkins, Dotted Line.
You want fortune, I want blood, give you everything you're dreaming of. You want fame, you want fortune, I want blood, don't you worry about things, son. I can't take it from here, but the pen on the dotted line, just sign. Yeah, just sign. Put the pen on the dotted line.
Left, your left, left, right, your left. You got it!
Trucker. Talkers, roll out. You're watching or listening to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. We the people, the People's Patriot Project.
To put your skill set, your thoughts, and ideas, or want to help continue the mission, you have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we are the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want you to be a part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. Here's the We P3 team bringing you today's best heroes hits in the boots on the ground organizations that are saving lives. And as always, Patriot Pride.
There we go. Good evening. This is Andrea Eichmann, and I'm coming to you live from, I'm here in St. Paul, Minnesota, coming to you live from the People's Patriot Project with our show tonight. We call it We Got Your 6 at 6. We come on live every Sunday night, and we share lots of stuff with you. So right now I'm going to tell you, we're going to share what's going on with us this week. We may have an artist or a guest pop in. We are not sure at this moment. But you know what? Things could happen. I'm going to talk about our sponsors for tonight. We have some awesome sponsors. We've got Catch 22, Derek Iozio, who may already be in the audience. We've got Operation Texas Strong, the Boho Hobos Hideaway, and our very own Kimmer Gwinner, who had a little internet glitch and might be back as well. And then we have Brian Kenzer. He's with us. He supports WP3 with his business called Smart Living Today. It is about American-made products, getting on the right side of your health, supporting American families, jobs, and the economy, and then also supporting the WP3 mission. I've got a little link for you to follow here if you're interested in learning more about that. Tell you what, Reads Across America Radio, and Mark just talked about them real quick in the intro here. But we do have our podcast, which replays the next Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. You can find that on Reads Across America Radio, iHeart Radio app, Odyssey app, the TuneIn app. Just search Reads and you will find our amazing show. The podcast form. We have got, there's some people there. I just want to make sure I don't get to look at our screen. So see what I look like here. Thanks to our sponsors, our guests, our viewers. Before we start this week's show, we are going to ask you to take off your hats, stand if you can, cover your hearts, and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Where is it? Where are the sounds?
Let the show begin.
Now we're here.
What's going on? There we go. Switch things around here. We are here for We Got Your 6 at 6. And it is, I can't believe it's October. It's October 6th. And I feel like I've been saying it's September for at least 4 weeks, right?
At least, yeah.
But it's October 6th. We're here every Sunday at 1800. And we got some crew into the house here. Derek Iozio, good to see you, brother, from the great state of Alabama. That reminds me of Forrest Gump when he talks about Alabama, because he played for the University of Alabama, of course. You know, that's real stuff. And are you tracking? Is everyone tracking? You're looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about, Eichmann. You know Forrest Gump would, right?
Yep.
Come on. Jeremy Daniels in the house.
Jeremy, help us. Help.
And we're just in. This is one of the things when you run a live show, you just deal with what's dealt you. You get what you get, and that you don't throw a fit. And we're here, and then we're there, and we will come full circle and try and figure out what was the pieces and why it didn't work, and it is what it is. And you know what? People got stuff too. And it doesn't. We like to think that our show for some and for many is very very important. They come here every week to watch the show and to hear the story and hear the mission and know what we're doing, and feel like that is a plausible, positive, and we enjoy having that. And Andrea is waiting for me to spit out what we're spitting out. And the thing is, we align guests every week, and stuff happens, and we're here. We already said that, didn't we? So before this ends up turning into a shoot the poo session about if our guests can't make it, then we'll talk about what the People's Patriot Project's doing and where we're going and the pieces that we fit and what's happening down in Louisiana and across other pieces and places across. I was going to say Earth, but I mean we kind of specific to one area, the North America area, even more specific United States. If you're from Canada and you're from or Mexico, are you American?
Wait, say that again.
If you're from Canada and or Mexico, are you American?
North American.
No. Because that starts looping, because then we start talking about if you're from Brazil and Chile and the others, are you American?
If you want to be.
You want to be? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So that's hard, right? Because US of A has kind of claimed that term, right?
Did they?
But, yeah, right? It doesn't matter.
I mean, it's United States of America, but again,
Right.
you would have to say that Canada and Mexico is America, North America, and South America, and so we're all Americans of North and South descent. I don't know. Just a ponderance. It's a social studies question. Yeah, throw out there to kids every once in a while. Are people from Mexico American? I would have to say yes, if they want to be. I'm all right with it. If they want to be Mexicans, they can be Mexicans. If they want to be Canadians.
Oh, no, I can't, though.
What? Say it. Are we?
I would like to be from Mexico, but I can't say that.
You can't.
Because then I could go there anytime I wanted, right?
I think you just want to be from like a Cancun type climate is what you want.
Bora Bora. I'd like to be Bora Borian.
What is Amanda? Thanks for being here, Amanda. What is your little?
What is that little thing?
Rabbit hole.
Let's go to YouTube.
It's
a rabbit hole.
It's a rabbit hole. That's you might get a lot of rabbit holes tonight, Amanda. Just so you know, you might get a lot. Just so you know, because we've never brought up when a guest doesn't make it. That's no ill feel about that. We get stuff happens. We would like, there to be communication, and we would like there to be, the professionalism involved. And we're not saying there isn't or isn't. I'm just saying there have been some situations where there wasn't. And I mean, but at the end of the day, what does it matter? We get to come here and be family. We get to be with the people that are regulars, and we get to be here with the WP3 team, and we get to sit here, and we know why we get to do this. We know why we get to come here and run our mouths and talk about rabbit holes and talk about whether we're Americans or talk about whether we like tacos or whether, we should have even allowed Iowa to be part of the United States of America. That's all those pieces are very, very important. But we know why we get to do this. It's because of the service members and first responders who have given and committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life so that we get to do this. Every single person that walks within the borders of the great US of A gets to have and lay their big fat heads on the pillows of freedom. She knew that was coming. Didn't you say the other day on was it our show? It was a Monday. Did you referred that I might have said like big, dumb, or idiotic or something like that?
I mean, there's a lot of
I have a hard time narrowing that down to one specific time or place, but yeah.
I don't know that I've ever done that.
Yeah.
I'm not here to offend anybody. I mean, if big fat head offends you, eat a salad. You don't have a big fat head, I guess.
Tacos. Have a taco.
I should eat a couple of salads, actually. I've been eating a lot of boudin lately, a lot of it. And I met with Jonathan kind of in a little side conversation on was it Monday? Tuesday. Right. Tuesday, planning day.
Yeah.
And Jonathan informed me that, Boudin is not meant to be like the star of the party. It's just supposed to be a little snippet, a little treat. You don't put 3 of them on your plate and eat them daily.
Oh,
What is going on? Oh man, we got a guy in this house. Chatto in the house. Boom, bam, 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 bam. I'll give him horns.
Trying to get volume, guys.
Oh, you got to get volume. You know what? I got something.
You're gonna get him volume down there in Texas?
I can't give him the volume, but you guys can.
I can.
Jonathan,
I'm scared.
why don't you tell us what's in the news?
All right. October it's a busy month. There's a lot of things that are worthy of pointing out with the month of October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's Country Music Month, Emotional Wellness Month, National Depression Education and Mental Health Screening Month, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We'll touch a little bit on Country Music Month this week. It was proclaimed by President Richard Nixon in 1970. Country music is a fusion of church, folk, blues, and other types of music. It has evolved with artists like Johnny Cash, George Strait, Garth Brooks to stay relevant throughout different times. And more recently, country music seems to be staying popular with the likes of artists like Jelly Roll, Luke Combs. Even Post Malone has made an appearance on country music charts. The country music has a wonderful history of storytelling that connects with listeners and seems to transcend time in some cases. October 6th through 12th is National Mental Illness Week. Millions of people live with a mental illness, and it not only affects them, but their friends, family, and coworkers as well. Statistics in the U.S. indicate that about 1 in 20 people have a serious mental illness. A person's mental health is dependent on many factors, and for that reason, mental health can change over time due to many varying circumstances. October 7th is National Forgiveness and Happiness Day, and these two often appear to go hand in hand. The ability to forgive, in my opinion, is often directly linked to the amount of happiness that one can find in life. Having the strength to forgive others often means that the person will also have the strength to find in themselves the ability to be happy with their current circumstances. October 7th is also You Matter to Me Day. And this day was formed in 2010 by a lady named Linda Jew. Linda acknowledged that life is short and that we must utilize each day to express what we feel so that we wake up without any regrets. And the motto created for this day is because everyone matters to someone and someone matters to you. And that is all for the news this week.
With us, and we had a special guest sneak in. I'm sure Andrea was working her magic behind the scenes. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself to us? Maybe he can't hear us yet. Maybe he can hear us. No.
Are y'all looking for me to say something? Nod your head.
Yeah.
Good. I can't hear a thing. I got absolutely no audio, so I didn't know it was coming my way.
Oh,
If you're on a cell phone, sometimes it's multiple.
Let me see if I can get this corrected. I'll come back.
okay.
You're good, brother. All right.
Get it. Hear us.
Sometimes.
Give us all these instructions that he can't hear.
Well,
sometimes.
we just gonna keep rolling, man. This amazing person on screen with us, or was on screen with us, is the founder of the Chatto Foundation, which is an organization that goes out and speaks the sometimes there's an overdiagnosis, and that's not the right word I want to use, but there's an overprescribed our veterans, an overprescribed solution of meds, and this is the story of Chad Oligschlager and what happened to him. And I don't want to get into the story too much because I'd like to have our amazing friend who I wanted him to introduce himself. But
you can just say Eric for now.
Eric O. His last name's not I had to take like 6 months to learn how to say his last name, and I'm not even confident that I am doing it right yet. So, but Eric Oligschlager, and sometimes maybe he gives us a thumbs up now. Thumbs up, boom. Can hear us? Check 1 2 1 2. No.
Nothing.
Okay, that's fine. So, why don't we run into a real quick, just because I can. We're going to put in a little Kimberly Meyer in, Out That Door.
Out that door.
Started out, you were sweet, sugared me like a peach, messed around, fell in deep. I said yes when you called me your baby, but it wasn't long until you changed. Chasing night, chasing straight, casting doubt, throwing shade. I now realized you were playing me out. I'm calling foul, so I swing it left, I swing it right, like a thunderclap in the night. They're gonna see what you gave away. It's back on the market and I'm here to stay. 'Cause it's time to let you know this game is over. I'm taking the show on the road. 'Cause there's one thing that you won't ignore anymore. Boy, it's my ass out that door. Forgot, it's my town. You're the one who's the clown. Should've known I'd find out. I got eyes all around, all secrets held out here. Now it's me calling shots, getting back what you took and lost. Got a shovel and some dirt to toss as I bury the memory of your faded vow. Watch me burn it down. So I swing it left, I swing it right, like a thunderclap in the night. They're gonna see what you gave away. It's back on the market and I'm here to stay. 'Cause it's time to let you know this game is over. I'm taking the show on the road. 'Cause there's one thing that you won't ignore anymore. Boy, it's my ass out that door. So watch out, boys. Here I come, no longer locked down, and I'm looking for fun. And to anyone, no matter what you've been through, drop them chains, come on, break out too! Boy, you false advertise, we'll keep killing your lies. 'Cause you're big as and free, I'm much stronger me, yeah. So I swing it left, I swing it right, like a thunderclap in the night. They're gonna see what you gave away. It's back on the market and I'm here to slay. 'Cause it's time to let you know this game is over. I'm taking the show on the road. 'Cause there's one thing that you won't ignore anymore. Boy, it's my ass out that door. Ooh, yeah. My ass out that door.
And we're back. We're back. We're here. Everyone's here. We're still here. Yep, there we are. Boom.
Boom.
That little Kimberly Meyer right there.
That's a good one. I like that one. And the words are very clear. Very
Out
clear.
that door. Boom. Don't mess around. Don't mess around. Boom.
I just thought it
What else?
looks like a shovel she's toting.
A shovel? You think
On
she
the
told a
cover of
shovel?
that album.
I don't know that she knows how to. I mean, she probably does know how to use a shovel, but I don't know if she knows how to play a shovel. I think she knows how to play a guitar.
Some people
How
can make a guitar out of a shovel, maybe. I don't know.
I bet there has. I bet you're right.
Somebody.
How many pieces of boudin do you eat a year, Jonathan Crochet? I don't know why we're going back to that one, but
Not that many, actually. Not that
Okay.
many. I might 5. We'll go with 5.
5 a year.
It's also something that I can get like whenever I want, so I don't usually get it
Yeah.
unless I specifically want it.
Because it's
Sure.
at the gas station, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much any of them. Yeah.
So,
I love it. It's yummy.
do you like liver, Jonathan?
Yes and no. I love the way it smells when it's cooking. I cannot stand the aftertaste when I eat it.
Okay. Andrea, do you like liver?
Nope.
No, not at all.
No. You're
Have you
surprised?
ever
What a-
eaten liver?
I do
Once.
think liver goes well in certain dishes like dirty rice and things like that when it's ground up. But to just like a calf liver or something like that, where you eat it like a piece of steak, I'm not down with that.
I think I'm going to have to stay BS on you, Eichmann.
What?
You've had liver more than once. Yep.
Did I like
I know.
it?
You didn't hate it,
Mm.
but I don't know that you would like run in and buy some more if it's because we had a banh mi sandwich one time that we shared and it had liverwurst in it because that's classic. Now I don't know why I'm going on this tangent. We're going down that rabbit hole. That's why we're doing it. We can do whatever we want to right now because it's our show. My son came up with the idea that we should make a banh mi with the boudin, and it'd be a Cajun-inspired banh mi sandwich, which is mostly vegetables and then more pork, but we'll figure that piece out. Yeah, I ate more than 4 pieces this last week. 4, or you said 5 all year long. I probably had that nailed down by Monday.
Yeah, usually when you have a big barbecue, there's like some boudin that goes on there, but it's usually like maybe half a dozen pieces or whatever, and people just cut that in half, and
yeah,
it's very with all the rice and everything, it's very filling.
It's very rich too. I made these loaded mashed potatoes to go with it because it needed something more, and then I made this pork mushroom gravy, which actually turned out really well, and that kind of helped with some of the consumption. And then my favorite thing to add to it so far is the stone ground mustard that I put that you can kind of mask.
I will give you something that will blow your mind if you try it. You ready?
Okay. All right.
Do some good thick, like heavy red beans, and cut open the boudin and use that as your rice.
Oh,
amazing!
Yeah.
Oh,
that doesn't sound like a terrible idea. Now that I think about it. Like I could drop like 4 or 5 links into the pot when I make the when I make my next set of rice or beans.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, actually. I'm confident there's people in my house going, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a fabulous idea," and they're not. They're not part of this party. I'm telling you that right now.
Yep, good stuff right there.
All right. So what does WP3 got rolling right now? You might have heard.
Did you see this before we move on?
Yes, Amanda, great, awesome. I'm glad Kimberly Meyer was able to be your listening beacon tonight. That's awesome. That is exciting stuff. If you saw at the beginning, you might have seen that, and we're working on it. We're trying to, but WP3 Radio is not a little bit, it's a lot of it down right now, only because we're in the middle of changing platforms and getting that all taken care of. And we have partnered with Rees Across America Radio, and because they like what we do, and we like what they do, and so we thought it would be a great marriage. And so we're getting married. We're getting married with Rees Across America and Rees Across America Radio. And there's going to be more news to that and more function to that, and it gives us more, I don't know, what do you call it? Exposure, expansion, and representation. Yeah. So that's one thing, Rees Across America, and that was an old message. I will have to get back down here. You're just fine on the app. Nice. What app are you on now? You're listening to us on Facebook. Interesting. All good.
That is. I just told him. I said StreamYard probably has updated things, and when they fix things, sometimes other things get unfixed, and so it can
there was a little surprise in the intro tonight, and I don't want to push any buttons right now, figurative or literal. But there's an intro clip now that's been added, and I don't know how or where we never had that. So like if you guys, right off the bat before the show started, when I hit, it played our little montage of that's actually the Nashville thing. Thank you, Amanda. I don't know. It's
I caught it. I thought it was an accidental button mash.
No,
it's on the brand. I wasn't on the brand page at all.
Oh, I pushed the button just now. I was able to undo the intro video. I don't know how it got there to begin with, but we can put it as an intro and outro, but I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now that everyone is privy to the production of We Got Your 6 at 6, come on board and you can be the button pusher. No, that's so good. You got an update for us on the old, speaking of Rees Across America, the Minnesota chapter of Fort Snelling and what we're doing there?
I do, and I was so here's where we're at in the planning. I have pulled up the event. We did a timeline, and we kind of rearranged the script a little bit last year. You have to have the contents, but you can kind of do changes. And so I'm starting to fill in parts of the ceremony. And that's when I get to talk to people that have titles that they say, don't worry about it. And I say, I would like to do this out of respect, and I need to learn. And so, several emails and correspondence and a couple checks here. I should say thank you to, and I have another one coming from Bayport Auxiliary. So, that's this one. Bayport Auxiliary has sent in a donation, the New Brighton Lions, in honor of another greenhouse person. And then I have a couple more coming. So there will be wreaths. It's hard because these are all background wreaths, so they don't show up on our count until I fill this paperwork out and send it all in. I've been waiting for the other checks. And so anyway, the number of wreaths will grow soon. On our page. It seems very slow, but I put a couple ads out, and it 1,000 more reads were like in a few days. So that was good. Also, I have a couple news stations from the local area. They just need to tell me what day their correspondents can meet, which that sucks for me because I'm in Hastings and I don't have normal hours after school, right? Like quickest I can get to St. Paul is 4. So anyway, we're figuring that little piece out. And then I have a couple meetings with some potential corporate sponsors. So things are good. It's just October and I'm getting very nervous because I have the chance to go to Florida December 10th through 14th, which I had to turn it down because 14th is our event day. And I just know that's like MASH time. So no Disney trip with the baby girl, one of the baby girls. I have to just wait.
Yeah. Exciting stuff. And again, it's such an honor to be part of the training, the planning, the involvement in doing something on that capacity. But the mission of the People's Patriot Project is we serve, man. That's what we do. That's who we are. That's what we're going to continue to do. There's conversations about finding some of the cemeteries down in Louisiana. And maybe that team working on a piece down there. Again, whatever we can do to fill the space and to make life better for those that have served. I'm going to go on a little tangent here. Do you guys, Jonathan, do you know what happened September 1st?
What happened on September 1st?
Yeah.
Like this past year?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm throwing you a curveball, just so you know. Well, the number 13th ranked LSU Tigers lost to
the
University of Southern California. My condolences to you, brother. Sorry that happened to you. I don't. Why is this relevant? Because the number 11 USC, what are they?
Trojans.
Tiny little baby boys or something, lost to the mighty Raging Gophers this weekend. Just saying.
Well, trip.
I hope those LSU Pussycats never have to deal with the raging beasts of Gopherland.
Number 1. This weekend was the weekend of upsets, though, if I'm being honest. A&M won from pretty massive underdogs. Vanderbilt beat Alabama. So
you guys didn't have a game this weekend. You guys play Ole Miss next week.
Yeah.
Just be happy the Gophers aren't on your schedule. I'm just saying.
I might would travel for that game. I'm just telling you. I might would go to Minnesota and travel for that game.
You should. It's still 70 degrees here.
It's not that far from 70 here.
It's pretty beautiful in Minnesota right now.
It's 85.
That's more beautiful. 85. It's windy as.
We were having this conversation today. Jessica says that she wants 40s, 50s, and 60s. And I said, I'm a shorts weather kind of guy, not cold weather, just shorts weather, right?
I wear shorts until January.
It could be like anywhere from like the mid 50s to the 80s. I'd be happy. After that, it's too hot, too cold.
If you're tuning in to We Got Your 6 at 6, We would like to apologize to you because this is not our standard format. This isn't what we normally do here. We normally have a boots on the ground influencer and or organization coming to share their mission, and a musician that shares or has served and comes in and share their music. And Miss Eichmann just got booted from her chair, apparently. It is what it is. And because of scheduling, because of people's stuff and life, this is what we're getting today. And this ends up being one of our shoot our poo episodes where we just come and we want to be that safe place, that space for those who need us. And Mr. Felici who was on our show last week here, sharing his mission and just saying, you know what, there's a lot of narratives out there that we get sucked into. I mean, terrible time of year. Granted, we got stuff going on in the world that gets spun left and right, and no one knows the truth. And Mr. Felici came on to share about the treatment of those, and specifically those that come from not only the heritage but religion of the Jewish faith, and how there's some narratives that are out there right now that aren't necessarily copacetic in living that as mankind should be living. Oh, there you go, brother. Celebrating the holidays. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping in and giving us a moment of your time during your times of celebration. We appreciate you. Mr. Crochet.
Yes, sir.
The president of the People's Patriot Project. Give us a little briefing of what's happening down in Louisiana these days.
Everything, man. It's been really busy. I lie, we had a little period there where there seemed to be a lull, and then we had the chance to go to Hero Fest, which is put on for first responders and locally in Terrebonne Parish. Got a chance to meet a lot of great people, talk to a lot of great people. I want to say we signed up 16 people who wanted to sign up for suicide prevention classes. Anything that we can do to get that built up and have people that are more aware of the situation around them. A lot of great interest, a lot of contacts made. It was a really busy weekend, but it was fun. And then since then, the Marine Corps League of Homa had a golf tournament, and there were some more. Unfortunately, it was during a work day for me, and I wasn't able to make it. But we did have some people that were out there representing us, as well as other organizations. I personally wasn't able to make it, but there were a lot of great conversations that took place at that golf tournament and after that golf tournament. So nothing solid and solidified into action yet, but the contacts have been passed, and I'm looking forward to some big things moving into next year. I think 2024 was it still is a lot of us getting our foot in the door and getting in front of people and letting them know we're here and what our mission is. And I think 2025 is going to be a lot of the same, but with more forward progress as to what our actual mission is. And again, I wish there was more. 2025 and later, maybe possibly this year, we'll have some more information, but there's nothing solid yet that I can just put information out there.
Fair enough.
I know we are being asked if we want to do some, they do trunk or treats here. I don't know if y'all know what that is. I'm not sure I know either. But for Halloween, trunk or treats. Yeah, trunk or treat. It basically you drive through trick or treating, but in a controlled environment where you can go and drive through with your kids and not have to walk the streets and do that stuff.
Yeah.
But, we were asked also if we would like to set up and do something for a trunk or treat, and I know that's kind of new information because I'm just finding out about it myself. But, that's probably going to be the next big thing that we take place in and or take part in, should I say. But Louisiana is I don't know, it's not new territory. There's other organizations out here that are doing amazing things. We've had South Louisiana Veteran Outreach on the show, doing wonderful things. Hero Fest, which hopefully we'll be able to get them on soon, but I know they were busy with the event. They're doing great things out here. There's other organizations, the HOMA, the Fraternal Order of Police does things as well. But there's a lot of things going on here, but it seems like every time we talk to someone or have the chance to sit down and speak with someone, it's a whole new, it's kind of like people have never seen it before. And I know we say that a lot of times, like there's plenty of people and plenty of help in the veteran and first responder communities. There's organizations that are out there, but a lot of times people just aren't being connected to the opportunities that they need to be connected to. And I feel that more than ever now, trying to get the word out in the local area, that there's just there's a large drop off from what I would anticipate when people hear about what we're doing. And it's kind of like, we could use that around here. And I'm like, I think we could use to be here too, but there's organizations here doing this too. And we're not trying to, and we've said it before, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just trying to make it roll smoother, I guess. So we want to get as many partnerships and handshakes and collaborations as we can get to make this happen as smoothly and efficiently as possible, not for ourselves, but for the veterans and first responders that we serve. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. Amanda, we recap real quick. Jonathan looks like he's going to be doing the trunk or treat thing coming up here. And that if you're looking specifically, we are been planning another Louisiana event. But the details are a little bit not available quite yet. We're deciding whether we're moving the dates and times, and we're definitely going to have a different venue. I don't know. I just put that out there. It's time to grow on. Yeah. So let's take a little break. Again, we'll put one of our amazing veteran musicians out there. This is Mike Donnell with you.
I'm the farthest thing from that. Well, I ain't rich and I ain't tall, I ain't got nothing at all, so I'll never understand why you wanna call me baby, how I landed such a lady. The good Lord faith in anything real. But you showed up, and then somehow I had walls for days, but you knocked them down. And still I'll never understand why you wanna call me baby, how I landed such a lady. The good Lord sure did do me right when he brought you to my show that night. I was lost, broken, and shattered, but none of that even matters anymore, because the man I am with you is better than the one I was before. Why you wanna call me baby, how I landed such a lady. But good Lord sure did do me right when he brought you to my soul that night. I was lost, broken, and shattered, but none of that even matters anymore, because the man I am with you is better than the one I was before. I'm better than the man I was before. Yeah.
Good jam.
Mike Donnell. Yeah. Yeah.
Good jam.
Got to get Mike Donnell.
I don't hear that song a lot. And so when I hear it, kind of like, dang, I forgot how good Mike Donnell was. You know what I mean?
My gosh. Oh my gosh. That is. Yes, you're right. Because we don't get to hear these musicians as regularly as we should, because they don't have the backing of the mainstream and the funding of the major recording labels. And it is so that's again one of the pieces why we do WP3 radio, so that you can hear these musicians and in literally all the glory that they are. There has not been, out of the 200 plus musicians we have, I don't think there's one bummer. In fact, I'll tell you what the bummer is. The bummer is when we reach out to some of these artists and they had to give up their dream and their passion and their craft because they couldn't invest any longer in this process. That's the heartbreaking piece. And there's a number of them that they're just not out putting their music. We've got their music, but they're not putting it out there anymore. And that's the bummer. That's the heartbreaker, because they are super amazing good. You are correct. Jason Michael Carroll is amazing, and we're excited. We're going to round circle that and make sure that we figure out the pieces of, because that was who our guest was supposed to be tonight, and we just, this is what it is, man. I'm sure conflict and had something important to do, and we are going to stay and hold to that, and zero worries on this end. We keep building those relationships and making sure that those musicians get played. I was blown away, and there was today, I'm going to have a brain moment. I apologize. I had to, not had to, that sounds terrible. I got the pleasure and the joy of spending time in a city an hour away from me, helping in the estate sale of our fallen mother-in-law. Bless her heart, bless her soul. But Craig Morgan was played on the radio today. And they started playing a song by Craig Morgan that was very familiar in the 90s. And I was just like, that is not Craig Morgan. And I had to fact check it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that totally is Craig Morgan, who has now re-enlisted to be a spokesperson for the Army. I like Miss Woodman here and her coming in and shouting out for Mr. Carroll. Let's make this happen again. But that my international harvester chug chug, yeah. I'm just like,
I was wondering what song, man, because there were so many.
I'm like, that's Craig Morgan, and I just totally forgot. I was thinking it was someone more mainstreamy-ish, and it wasn't. I mean,
oh my gosh, Rednet Yacht Club is him too.
Yeah.
Whoa! I mean, I know, like
Fun Day, like
yeah. I remember looking that up before, but
Almost Home was a great song.
So crazy.
Paradise. That's actually okay. So I had no idea who Greg Morgan was, and I was overseas, and this was a little while back. So we're passing around mixed CDs and stuff. Like, oh, I'm sick of this, and so you'd pass it on to the next guy, and then he'd throw it in his Walkman, and he'd listen to it until he got sick of it. So, anyways, I grabbed the CD from somebody, and I'm listening to it, and this song's on, and I just kind of fell in love with it. It was Paradise, Greg Morgan.
Yeah.
Paradise. I don't know if you ever heard it. It was basically the moral, the punchline of the song is when you've been where I've been, any kind of life is paradise. It's about a soldier joining the military. Anyways, I fell in love with the song, had no idea who Craig Morgan was or anything like that. And so when I get back home and, I can pull up my dial-up internet again, I started searching for it. And I found out that he was not only was he a military person, but he was also a jump master, and I was in the airborne unit. So, good old 82nd.
Good old 82nd.
I've been a huge Craig Morgan fan ever since. Alyssa Lies is a great song, Tony.
We just need to hear and see if we can get this rounded up again, and we'll for sure let you know.
Even in the songs that we had queued for tonight, even in the video of one of his other songs, he uses Alyssa Lies at the beginning as an intro to his other song too. It's just great stuff. And what a young pup back in the day, and got that real throaty, low bass song singing. It's like, how's this noise coming out of this kiddo? And of course, what's wrong with you? Yeah, what is wrong with us? That's Miss Bradley. Yeah, I know. What is wrong? There's so much. Where do we start? That's what we do.
Short version or long version?
And which one are you talking to? Are you talking about me, or are you talking about these other amazing folks that help do this? Yeah, hey, and you know what? Here's the deal, guys. If there are people that have guests that want to come on and share and share missions, there's no one. I do quick research and trying to figure out who's all on here, and I got scared because, I mean, not scared, but yeah, I got scared. I bet. Yes. Truth. Tony, do you want to share about Advocate for Vets? Let's connect. The team's going to reach out now. Boom. That's what happens. Look at Andrea there with this smile on her face. Like, what are we talking about? Yes, that's what we do. Boom. I was doing some creeping. I had to, because I didn't want to get stuck. I thought so. I also know that Toni is also pronounced Tawny on occasion. And so I didn't want to say, and we have no verification whether it's Tani or Tony. And again, that gets scary only in the fact that that is one of those names that's like, it's not like Bill where it becomes very clear who you're talking to at some point, or Bob. Oh, you North Carolina. Yes. Yeah. I hope all's good down there with you and your family and your, in the world that you're down there. And we were also, it is. It's Tony. It's Tony. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that makes sense.
I've never heard it Tani, Toni.
I went to high school with one. And yeah. Yep. I went to high school with a Tani. But yeah, I did the creeper in thing, and so but I have a feeling the rest of the team's done the creeper in thing too. Which we're not creepers. You're not.
I'm not creeping.
You're already in.
You can speak for me, but you probably shouldn't speak for Andrea when you say that.
I'm not a creeper. I don't even know what you're talking about. Come on. Sheesh. I don't know how you think I'd find guests, but creeper? Come on. Yeah, that's Andrea, Noble, Eichmann, Tony when it comes through. Sorry, I'm sure you'll hear from one of us.
I was gonna try and load one of the Craig Morgan songs, but you know what that would do to our show.
Oh yeah, and then we get like this big
copyright.
Yeah,
and will be fucking that.
We can always combat the copyright stuff when they're sitting on screen with us because we just say, at the artist on stage with us, and it's boom, and then they release it. But the second,
oh gosh, Tony, you got a lot going on. Okay.
With you, we need to have your name on our tongues as well, and your name in our thoughts, and so that's what we do. And you're always welcome here. Yes, Leanne, Craig Morgan. We've reached out to the Morgan camp a couple times, trying to make that. Absolutely, 100%, love it. Thank you for sharing. People are like, "What are you talking about?"
I know. Get that up there. You won't know on the
it's a podcast, right? So Tony Woodman runs. I have a stabilization program for vets. We do need to do better about that. Sometimes reading this because when he does go to the podcast, I'm in Sanford. My husband is 100% disabled, and my son has turned 21 in Afghanistan. Thank you for their service. And Tony, we also want to say thank you to you because you're the glue that's holding this all together, and you're serving too. You didn't ask for the mission. It came to you. And so we thank you for what you're doing. And yeah, we need, when I say we, it's probably me. We need to do a better job of making sure we're reading the stuff that comes across. So every Monday at 4:30, we don't expect you to come here, but we do put it out there. We get it online. It'll be a show that kind of represents specifically kind of this format because usually we reserve Mondays specifically for what's happening with WP3 or the People's Patriot Project. And we share our mission, share our goals, share what's happening. And then our Sunday show is the show that we bring on other influencers and boots on the ground people. I'm hoping to have Miss Woodman on here soon, and we can talk about what she's doing as a mission in their world. And again, we bring everybody. There is no one. So this is the reason why. The reason why we do this is because veterans can't find the supports that they need. The water is muddied. We have been saying 46,000 organizations, and this last week, one of our viewers updated us and says, we know we're at close to 60,000 supporting organizations across the country that are saying they're helping veterans. We also help first responders, and we have muddied that water. So people don't know where to reach, when to reach, why to reach, for whatever reason, and there's a lot of reasons. And so we want to be that conduit of making sure people understand where they can get the supports, where they can get the help that they need, and that's why we do this. So if someone reaches out through our network and says, hey, we need help. And I'm like, well, where are you at? Well, we're in North Carolina. Well, I've got a person right here who can help with this space. Excuse me. And so I love it. Boots on the ground. Tony Woodman sharing her information with us. Leanne Bradley, thank you. Great words of inspiration. Love you all. You guys are amazing. Please keep up. Someone clicked on me. Helping people like you. Rotten socks. And then Mr. David Willis, who's running the show parallel with us on the Heroes Media Group, saying, hey, good to see you, brother. I love it. This is the fun and the great thing. We don't normally get that on our Monday show when we're doing our own thing, which isn't Shoot the Poo. This is our Shoot the Poo episode, which surprised to us when we get to 6:00 and the people we had lined up aren't here because I'm certain that they have their stuff that they got to do too. Life's life. We get through it. We don't get butt hurt. But we have to build these relationships with other organizations because we can't support all of the people that reach out to us all the time. So I can say, hey, we've got an organization in this state, in this space, in this time. We have, if they need specific resources, not necessarily a geographic support, where it, like, we'll call it horse therapy, or someone that needs a little support with military sexual trauma. We've got those resources. We've built those relationships. We know across the country. We were trying to get Eric Oligschlager on here today. Had some audio issues with him. He runs an amazing program down in Texas called the Chatto Foundation, and an amazing story. We will get Eric back on again. We have that dude on speed dial anyway, and every chance we get to Texas, we go see him. And that would be great to build this relationship with Tony as well and get out there and build a relationship, be in that space. I love that your family's listening, Leanne. That's awesome. Yeah. If there's any questions we can answer for you guys, please let me know. Shout out some here, right here. We got a couple minutes left. We try to keep this to an hour. That's a lie. We try to keep this down to an hour on Sunday nights. This is the closest we'll be in a long, long time because normally they run right at 2 hours, and it is 100%. You're welcome, Tony. We are with you. We are with you. We are with you. I like it. We didn't say let's grow tonight. Let's grow.
Let's grow.
Let's grow.
EAUX.
Yes.
Right.
Unless you're playing the Minnesota Gophers and then you spell it right. All right. You got it. I hope that we can just do a reschedule and get that done. And we just do what we got to do. Keep building the conversation and just reach out. I know Andrew's already done the reach out already and said, hey, let's do the reschedule, and we're good. Life's good. It's not going to lie. When you're an A-type personality and you like to schedule and things are ... and it doesn't become ... and it's like dropping that tree branch in the middle of the ants and now they don't know how to. I'm that guy. Oh, now we got to go around the branch. Oh, I don't like it. It is what it is. And again, we don't have time to afford to not continue to build those relationships, and the fact that we are losing so many people to mental health and social emotional disorders, and you straight up just say it, suicide and other places and spaces and stuff. And so we don't have time to quibble and quabble about stuff. It's time to build and grow. Did you guys have a song that you wanted to play at the end here? And that's a conversation we need to have. Do we want to do what you got out of it, Or do you want to and then closer, or do you want to play a song and come back to that?
Let's close with the song.
All right.
Manual can openers. Look at that.
That's smart. It's an overlooked item of necessity when you're living off of canned goods and non-perishables.
Yeah. Can openers. All right, Tony, I have my daughter-in-law is gathering stuff up. She has a friend who's driving back and forth with loads, since they can't fly in and whatever. Let me see if I can make a connection, because I think they're going back down next weekend, which is a week too late, but let's see what we can do, Tony. Oh, look at that. Got you. Oh, you want to help Tony out right now?
Yeah, let's just I was gonna say
all right, here you go. Folks out there. If
you don't
you
got
can
time to come in here.
If you have got help that you can just send a few manual can openers to Tony, her address is right there in Sanford, North Carolina. Man, I'm gonna go on Amazon right now and order up some manual can openers. So Tony, Amazon can get there? Dang, we could send a lot of stuff that way, right? Oh, all right.
I wonder what Heroes Media Group is doing right now. They got to be going in circles.
Why are they going in circles?
They just crossed over.
What's going on, everybody?
This Sunday night.
How do you are you in two places at once, or maybe three places at once now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, so I stream to Military United Podcast streams, Heroes Media Group, LinkedIn, Rumble, a little bit everywhere.
So, but isn't your show live right now?
No, we just got off.
Oh, you
just
did?
got off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So with me, with us being on Reese Across America Radio, I have to keep it to about an hour. So instead of doing the 2-hour normal show, we went down to about an hour. So, and I would have went a little bit longer, but Andrea asked me to jump on, so here I am.
Look at her. We had doing the live show has its stuff. You probably know this. It's just you set up with guests, you're ready to roll, and you know what? It is what it is, man. And
Leanne, to answer this question, this is for the hurricane, some of the hurricane victims in North Carolina that she's asking for this to answer that question. So there you go.
So for podcasters listening, there's a conversation happening in our thread right now with Tony Woodman, and she's put her address in here. Amazon address 1745 Cedar Lane Road, Sanford, North Carolina, 27332. And they are looking for manual can openers. There actually is another storm system getting ready to roll through. And so Leanne is asking, how do I help? And so because the specific request or question right now is, how can I help? Tony is asking for can openers. Can openers being ordered from Amazon, shipped to her house so that she can get these can openers to people so that they who are living out of cans right now. And I'm on Amazon looking right now, and I'm trying to. I mean, you don't want to go cheap, but what was the church key back in the day? The JP. I can't remember the nomenclature to it, but it was the little military can everyone had on their dog tags that you could.
Oh, the one that flips open, right?
Yeah.
That's when you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I got one upstairs. I used to carry it in my wallet all the time. I can't think of the name of it though.
Opened.
Hold on.
Sections.
Military.
There you go. Leanne, if you can see.
The P-38.
P-38. Yep.
I don't know which one you're watching from, Leanne, but I put it on all of our platforms.
You can get a 5-pack for $8.99.
Look at
I
that.
would hate, and I'm not making light of this, I'd hate, because you can get 40 P-38s for $23.99, but I'm afraid that a lot of people would not know how to use those.
Right.
Not here to insult, not here to hurt, harm, or hinder. It is.
Right. Now we can make some of that happen.
They also call it church P.
David, what was your show about tonight?
Ooh, good question.
So we had author. So we had Army veteran Frank DeMille. So Frank was, if you served in the Army and know the interpreter program that they had, Frank was the original person who started that. So he did 28 years active duty Army. He was at the Pentagon at one time. The State Department said, "Hey, we need this." So they started the interpreter program. He retired in 2007. I think he retired in 2007. He has wrote 2 books. First book is Of Vital Interest by Frank DeMille. His second book is at the publisher right now, getting ready to come out. So we had him on to come talk about his second book, which is going to be called Defending the Eagle. And he said, you would probably never know what that title means until you read the book. So I was trying to guess what it meant, because for me, I think of, the USA, but also think of the Romans, because back in the day, the Romans, that was something of something that signified their legions, like the gold eagle on top of the like our guidons. And he's like, nope, you're wrong. So he said, you have to read the book to figure out what it's called. But he's actually switched over to SOFREP, which is a new they're military publishers. They help veterans. So the founder of it tried to get a book published, couldn't get it published, so he created his own, and now they help veterans get their books published. So super excited for him to be in there, but he's signing a contract with them. He's going to be writing 4 books, and Defending the Eagle is going to be the first one. So, and I think you guys have had Frank on your show. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just finished his book, and I want to say Of Vital Interest. It's realistic. It reads like a story. It reads like a day-to-day in the life of his characters, and makes it very easy to understand then the things. And then he puts his own understandings of the underlying factors and how the connections are made. It's very good. It's a very interesting book. So I was excited to read some more of his writing.
Yeah, he's a super cool cat, and like I didn't know. Well, I did know, but like, so as enlisted, we hated the O side of the house. We the dark side, but he's a lieutenant colonel, and like I said on the show just a while ago, I think he would have been an officer that I could have worked underneath of, because he don't seem like he could have been a dick. So I think he'd been probably a good officer to work underneath of.
Absolutely. Yeah. Miss Eichmann.
Yes, sir.
Will you put $100 on can openers and send them to Miss Woodman?
I got my card right here. It just fell off my desk. So
let's get it done. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it.
Got it.
Boom. So, and I just say, if you're listening, we dare you, we challenge you again. I'll pull up and throw up. I won't throw up, but
jeez, keep that to yourself.
We're going to put the address on here again. Advocates for Vets, 1745 Cedar Lane Road, Sanford, North Carolina, 28332. And our challenge to you is If you can't match it, half it. We just did $100 on can openers to make sure people have a way to get to their food down there in South Carolina, and they're ramping up for another storm system getting ready to come through. Boom. So
That's so you type in your search manual can opener in Amazon Prime. Very first one, Kitchen Mama auto electric can opener. It's either electric or it's not, but that's not manual. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
I said manual.
Make sure they're all WP3 green too, okay?
Oh, well, there's a okay. I have to look Gorilla Grip Heavy Duty.
Send the P38s down there. Yeah, they'll have to figure out how to use them one way or another to get into the cans.
I've opened cans in a lot of weird ways, and probably the least favorite way of opening a can was, after being overseas for months and months and months, and you finally get some food that isn't out of a bag, and you grab one of them Campbell's soup cans of whatever, like, I don't know, chicken noodle soup or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I I wanted to heat it up, and I had this bright idea to put it somewhere where it would get hot, which was brilliant, but it got super hot and it didn't crack the lid. And I'm in the middle of a combat zone with cans exploding because they got too much pressure in them, and it
oh man,
there was no hiding it because the soup was all over the side of the Humvee, in the exhaust of the generator.
Oh man,
you still ate it. You looked that stuff up. I guarantee you did.
Not the best idea.
Did anyone have? So, okay, it's time. We got to get going. We got to get, and I hate doing that, but again, like we have some graces. I don't know if I should say this out loud. We've been given some great. We don't got to stick to a 1 hour show for our reads across America.
Well, yes.
We also get played at 11 o'clock at night, so that's that might be part of it as well. But it is what it is, and we're going to continue to do what we do. Let's go with inspiring thoughts, because we didn't really have anything to come up with for tonight. But let's go with, how are you inspired this week? That'll be the question. Jonathan Crochet, you get to lead it off because you always do it.
I kind of seen it. I posted something about it today, and then I seen it again, and it's just, I think that oftentimes as people, we get caught up in the moment of wanting the acceptance of other people. And I think it's best to just, live your life and do what feels right for you. Nobody else can tell you what's right or wrong. What's right for you is right for you, and only you can determine that. Obviously, there are some pretty general guidelines that you don't cross, but when it comes to matters of the heart and trying to figure out what's best for you and your family, the only place you need to be searching is in your own heart. So just keep that in mind, and whatever decisions you make are the ones that you got to live by, and you're the only one that's gonna. Well, not necessarily, but you'll be the one that faces the judgment for the choices you made, not the people who are telling you to make different choices. So, that's it. That's my soapbox moment.
Willis, how are you inspired this week?
So we always say on Homefront Sit Rep, you have to ask that next hard question, to help eliminate the 22 a day. Well, I was talking with my brother last night, and he said that he wants to be somebody's stranger. And I asked him, I said, what do you mean by that? He goes, I want to be somebody's stranger that they can come to me and vent, because a lot of times us as veterans or as in humans, we don't want to tell our problems to our spouses, to whoever that we love the most. So basically, I want to be somebody's stranger. That's how I got inspired. Now we always say on Homefront Sit Rep that you have to ask that next hard question, but yes, you definitely want to be somebody's stranger, just so they can vent to you, because sometimes they're going to tell you more than they're going to tell the people that they love the most. So be kind to be somebody's stranger. That's what inspired me this week.
Awesome. Leanne, the question or the answer to your question, who was the artist that sang earlier? That was Mike Donnell. And you can find him on Spotify. You can find him on YouTube, MikeDonnell. And then we had the lovely Miss Meyer right off the bat singing the first song. Just to do a little quick brief, Miss Kimberly Meyer, Out That Door. Miss Eichmann, what inspired you this week?
Yeah, there's so much. I just want to say, Tony, 10 can openers are on their way. They'll be there Tuesday. And I changed it up because the zip code is 27332. If anyone is still looking, I think I got typed wrong in there. So inspiration, like I'm just going to tell you, there's so many opportunities. There are, the people we talk to daily. There are my volleyball girls who just keep plugging away. And I always focus on positivity, but I mean, it's hard talking to people in, where they need so much help, and seeing the videos and seeing the families, and it's hard to keep up of positive thoughts and positive vibes and all that good stuff. But keep in mind, there are a lot of people here that want to help you, that hope for the best and are praying for the best. And this too shall pass. Personally, for inspiration, you guys, I watched I watched a marathon today. Have you guys ever been to a marathon? Like, people run because they want to run 26.2 miles. And that's crazy. Really? You wanted to run this. And so, my gosh, to watch these people come across, their legs are frozen up, their butt cheeks are frozen up, they're limping. And it is amazing to watch that determination. It doesn't really matter what your finish line is, but my gosh, the determination to finish that race is amazing. And you're not really racing against anybody. For the majority of the people there, you're racing against your own time to better yourself. And again, like, there's so many ways to better yourself. You want to run? You just want to run for 3.5, 4 hours? That's craziness in my mind. But at the end, to see it doesn't matter. Like I said, whatever the finish line is for you, just keep pushing to get to that finish line. And things are amazing when you get there. So that, I don't know my finish line yet. I need to figure that out. And then I will work harder to get there.
Yeah, that's a different monster. The one that does marathons, and then you got the Ironman, and then even for our disabled vets and our disabled people who go and choose to do a 10-mile ruck march and work through that. It takes a different mindset. It takes a different piece. And it is definitely a piece of inspiration. I don't know that I have actively been a moment of inspiration this week. I'm just going to say that. I'm inspired by people that don't give up. I'm inspired by the WP3 team and constantly trying to find new and different ways to get the message out there. I'm inspired by a lot of people. I'm inspired by the underdog who goes and does something extra. I'm inspired by the people who don't give up. And it is a piece that I feel like the message needs to get put out there regularly about not giving up, about the classic adage, you're going to miss 100% of all the shots you don't take. Hearing some of the stories of hearing people say, well, I didn't feel like I was important enough for people to know or hear or know that I wasn't there. I disagree with you, and we are with you. And that is kind of weird because that was Mr. Donnell's song today, With You, which, Leanne, we're not going to play With You again, but I did send it in Messenger to you. So hopefully that helps that. That is a constant piece for us and letting people know there are people that will give their shirts off their back for people they don't even know. And that's what the WP3 team tries to get done. Again, we don't need the accolade. We don't need the pat on the back. I don't need the inspiration to do that, to be honest with you. We just do it. And not to take any shoe slogan or anything, because we won't do that. You got to take a step. I mean, one step in front of the other. That's how you get to your destination. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I'm throwing out all the cliches today. You have 100% survived every worst day of your life so far. You've survived. We've got people that are in some of their darkest times of their lives down south because of these storms and can't get into their food cans. So we fix that. We got able mind and body people that are capable of helping, and we just need to do that. It is as simple. Just be a doer. For a day, for a moment, for whatever it can be a giver instead of a taker. It's that simple. I don't know if that inspires anybody, but that's where my mind goes. And it's too easy to give. It really is. It's too easy to give. Who do we got next week, Miss Eichmann?
Oh my goodness, it's going to be so awesome. We have got, we had a long conversation, if you guys recall, with Kevin Key. It's always interesting when you come across and we had this conversation about like, how'd you find me? What'd you see? And I'm like, I was creeping on the internet. It's usually one of these like somebody you might know. And then I click on it and I'm like, well, I don't know why I don't know them. We have 638 common friends, so we should know. And so that's how I met Kevin. And it's crazy, like being, the non-military person when we visit with somebody who has put so much into giving and then into their own life to keep giving. And then they say, well, I don't really know what I would talk about. So Kevin will be here to talk about what drives him. And I saw some pictures. The man is driven. And then we will have music with Frank Gonzalez next week. So it should be a stellar show. I'm super excited.
Exciting. Again, tomorrow at 4:30, we come back and we share what our mission is, what we're doing, and how we're going to get it done. We could always use you. We could always use you. We could always use you. We need to have those people that have the time, talent, and treasure to be doers. That's it. Bottom line. And we won't ask you to do anything we're not doing already. That's our truth. Our call to action right now Every week we do this. Everyone's got a cell phone. By no means. Someone recently kind of came at us a little bit about how we're not going to save everybody. Yep, you're right. We're not. Sadly, we accepted that, but we also accept the challenge to do something. We're back to that doer thing. I love the amazing analogy, and this will become so cliche. I won't do it every weekend, but talking about the young boy running up and down the ocean, throwing the starfish that had washed up on the ocean back into the ocean. And this old man says, "No, you're not going to make a difference, young man. There's too many out here. You'll never make a difference." And he picks up one more and he throws it in the ocean. He says, "I made a difference for that one, sir." And that's what we're asking you to do. Be the difference. Be the stranger for Mr. Willis's brother. Be the stranger. Be the person that hears. Be the person that hears. Be the person that takes a little bit of time. You can do it right now. Type in a text thread, "I was just thinking about you." Copy that. Send it to 6 people on your contact list. I was just thinking about you. It is that simple, folks. If you want to spend some time in it and think through there and like who needs to hear this message now, take that time. If not, start at the top of your contact list and just go down. It'd be great if you did 6 a day. It'd be great if you take that one challenged relationship that ended up sideways somewhere along the time. It doesn't have to be an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. We kind of joke about that a little bit, but it should be that person. Everyone has a person in their life where their relationship went a little sideways based on some of the stuff that they may have been talking about or dealing with, or, maybe their football team lost and you ribbed them a little bit too much. Apparently, you're not a Minnesota Vikings fan at this point, if that's the case, because they're apparently winning all their games right now. Don't shake your head, Jonathan. They do it in America and in Europe. I'm just saying. Anyway.
That's because they got that defeated from LSU. Sorry.
Be someone's stranger. I like that. But I think the name of our show should just be With You, because we are with you. I have picked the last song of the night, and this comes from our good friend. It's one of my favorites. Not my favorite artist, just one of my favorite songs. It's kind of an old school, got a little twist, get a life. It's about life, ups and downs. Anyone know what the song is yet?
Stephen John?
Ups and downs.
Ferris wheel. Is it Ferris wheel?
Ferris wheel, CJ Garden, Ferris wheel. Patriot Pride, we'll see you guys.
I walked the high line, I've juggled a few times, played sold out shows around. I keep entertaining and never complaining about the circus that is this town. I'm caught on a Ferris wheel, going round and round. Everything that I see just goes up and down. Bright lights are shining, these crowds gather round. Oh, am I the ringmaster or just another clown? I hear the laughter I'm put on display. I'm another freak in the show. One day the marquee will read my name. Till then, it's a neon glow. I'm caught on the Ferris wheel, going round and round. Everything that I see just goes up and down. Bright lights shining, the another clown. Just go